Hey, this is Beverly Bozeman. I am the creator of About Her Ministry and the soon to be released book, Diary of a First Lady, Shiloh Grammar. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. So my live stream today is entitled, I even wrote it down, Ride Till the Wheels Fall Off, then Put Them Back On. And that's a quote that I got from Latoya Okia of Latoya Okia Ministries. You can find her on Facebook and you can find her on YouTube. She is a minister and she's a life coach, and she trains people who want to get into personal coaching. And her videos are dynamic. She's really down to earth, and I always learn a lot. And the things that she talk about, it just seems like when I talk to God about stuff, even inside my head, and I don't tell anybody, she just seems to be talking about it. And it's just wow. But anyway, I was listening to her the other day, and that's what she said. And I just wanted to make sure I give her, credit. When I listen to people and they say things that are memorable to me, and I talk about them on live, I want to make sure I give them their credit if I can. There's a saying that's out. It's been out for 100 years. Ride this thing till the wheel falls off. And then she kind of put a twist to it. And I used to say that, which to me, it meant whatever it was that I was doing, I was going to do it until I couldn't do it anymore. Do it, to the best of my ability, exhaust all the resources. If I was looking for something, leave no stone unturned, as the saying goes. Like, you was not going to get past me on this thing. I was going to take this thing, as far as I could go. But then when I heard her say, ride it till the wheels fall off and then put the wheels back on, I had this light bulb that went off in my head, and it made me think about some things. When I guess I'm talking about me, because I can't really speak for other people, but when I used to say I'm going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off, what I meant was I was going to do this particular thing until I was, until something happened and I couldn't do it anymore. Not necessarily that I was finished, but until I could not do it anymore. And I'm just now realizing that as I said that, I was creating limitations for myself. It wasn't until, like, if the wheels fall off, you can't go any further. But it makes sense to put them back on and keep going. So one of the major things that I wanted to talk about tonight was we have to be focused and we have to be cautious of the things that we say, especially if it's just things that are traditional, things that we hear other people say. We don't know the origin of it. We don't know the spirit behind it. And I'm not necessarily talking about spiritual spooky wooky stuff, but we don't know the actual meaning behind it, because we say things because it sounds catchy. We say things because we heard somebody else say it and they were in a particular situation that we could identify with. But we don't know why they were saying it, what their heart was, the intentions of their heart. We don't know what they had going on, and they could have been confessing something out of anger and it sounded real cute. So we're taking on that particular saying and whatever goes along with it, and so there's anger behind whatever it is that we're saying too, so we need to be cautious of that. But I also decided to put the ending on it, ride this thing until the wheels fall off, then put the wheels back on. And I thought about that thing, and now I have a new meaning for that particular phrase. It no longer means go until you can't go anymore, period. To me, now it means go until you can't go anymore. Then, hey Shauna, then find a way to pick it back up or start where you left off and keep going. And if the wheels come off again, keep doing it again. Just keep going. That has a whole new meaning to me because I'm doing some things and working on some projects, and I've hit some roadblocks, and I could have been like, I think I'm done. But I have pushed myself ever since I heard that phrase. I have pushed myself and pushed myself and pushed myself, basically putting the wheels back on. And I didn't tell people that the wheels came off. I didn't show people that the wheels came off. It was just a solo ride. And I put the wheels back on and I kept on going. And what happened was I began to have a measuring stick for this particular project. I began to have a measuring stick for myself. When I wanted to stop or found the excuse, it was a legitimate excuse, and found the excuse to stop, I had to say, well, just the other day, you did X, Y, and Z. You didn't even know you had that in you. So there is no way for you to stop now. There's no way for you to scale back. There's no way for you to play small now. It's kind of like, I don't know if y'all heard the story. This came out years ago. I know I was like maybe 9 or something like that. There was a story. It was in some newspaper. It was in the United States. I don't remember exactly where, but this lady, she was with her grandson or something. They were in an accident and the car got turned over some kind of way, and she had to get the car right side up to get the grandchild out. And she was just so bothered and so angry and so scared that she ended up going to the side that it was laying on, and she lifted the car up by herself and straightened it up and got the kid out. I don't remember the exact situation, but that's how it worked. And so she was interviewed years later because she just wouldn't talk about it. She wouldn't, you couldn't interview her for nothing. You couldn't pay her any money to talk about it. She just went years and years and years. And then one day she did do an interview. And one of the questions in the interview was, why did it take you so long to talk about it? And she said, when I think back to that day and I discovered the strength that I had in me to lift up a car to get to my grandchild, I later on began to think about what I could have done with my life had I just had the courage to go and do it. And I look at all of the time that I wasted being afraid, caring about what people, I'm paraphrasing, caring about what people would say, being afraid, thinking I couldn't do it, putting limitations on myself and allowing other people to put limitations on me. And it just made me so upset. But now I'm no longer upset, and this is why I'm talking about it. So when we change our mindset from, I'm going to ride this thing till the wheel falls off, boom, and be done with it, and then we change it to, I'm going to ride this thing till the wheel falls off, then I'm going to put the wheels back on and I'm going to keep going. We have a point of reference. We have that measuring stick. I did this X, Y, and Z time. I know I can do it now. There's no excuses. Okay, and then the third thing associated with this particular phrase, this new phrase, is that we prove to doubters who don't have anything positive to say, who are the naysayers. We have proof. We have proof that we can accomplish that and more. And here's the kicker. We don't have to say anything. If we ride this thing or accomplish this thing or push towards accomplishing this thing, and we don't stop when we run into a roadblock or when it gets hard and we get discouraged, we don't stop. We might take a breather, we might coast, but we pick it up and we keep on going. I hate air quotes, but I got to, they have no choice but to recognize the fact that we didn't stop. We did not let the negativity. We didn't let the situation. We didn't allow the lack or the inconvenience of it all stop us from moving forward to completion. They may not say, well, that's a darn good job that you did. I had my doubts, but you pulled it off. A backhanded compliment. They're not going to do that. They'll just sit back and watch. But they have no choice but to recognize the fact that you did it. They have no choice. And hey, it is what it is. So summing it all up, when you are trying to accomplish your goal, and you are accomplishing goals, right? You got some set for this year. When you are accomplishing your goals and you hit a particular situation that throws you off or sets you back or makes you come to a screeching halt or at least slow down, once things the dust settles and you realize you got to keep going, then do just that. Keep going. Don't let too much time pass between the time you slow down, the time you stop, until the time you start back. Don't do that, because once you get out of the momentum of it, it can be tough to get back in, especially if you have a poor support system or you don't have one at all, or you have more people rooting for your demise and your failure versus the people who are for you. And the shameful part of it all is there are people who are sitting back and watching what it is that you're doing, and they won't even say whether they're for or against. They just sit, and in their mind they're saying, that is awesome, I'm so glad that she decided to do that, but won't tell you that they're proud, won't tell you to keep going and you got it. And then some people will tell you what you're doing wrong, why it's not going to work, what other stuff you could be doing, should be doing, need to be doing. But hey, it is what it is. But that's about it. I just wanted to share that information with you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Be sure and share this broadcast with your friends and your family. And the flyer is done. I'm getting ready to post the flyer in a few minutes, and hopefully I can get a new authors page created, and you can go over there and like that as well. I'm still working on the website, because there are some things that the website is what's the word? It's published now. It's live, so you can go and check it out. It doesn't have everything I want on it, but it's a work in progress. And the flyer is done. I'm just going to add some stuff along as we go, but I have a really good package. I'm see if I can remember what it is. With the pre-order, the ordering starts now through June the 23rd. And you get to, if you order now through June 23rd, you get to be in a virtual meet and greet with the main character, Shiloh Grammar. You get to have a free chapter out of every book in the series. And there's a 5-book series. You get to have omitted pages from her diary that are not in the book. You get to get a behind the scenes or get to know you information about one of the characters, some stuff that where the person tells you about themselves. It'll be a digital download, and a free t-shirt. All of that for your pre-order if you take advantage of the sale between now and the 23rd. So be sure and share this broadcast with your friends and family. Again, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. And be sure to release your genius, pull off the impossible every day, and let's be glamorous, godly girls.